Great work! Let me see how it's growing. These berries are growing in nicely. They'll be ready for the fawns in no time.
We're dangerous, huh?
This spot is even nicer than I expected. Let me check on the berries. Oh, these sure grew in nicely. Oh, look how happy Mohair is. Younger fawns play up here. They'll love these berries. Yes! The fruit is starting to bud. How exciting! Let's regroup outside Fawn's thicket. Leave the herd to find the berries on their own. Mohair is really excited. He kept running to each of the berry plants and back to me. I'm pretty sure there are more brambles in his fur than I've ever seen before. You made this little fawn very happy. And the herd too, I suspect. Did you hear that fawn's joyful bray? Happy fawns are hungry fawns, and they'll discover the plants soon enough. Once the berries become part of their diet, the wolves will leave them alone. Here, my purse isn't large, but you helped save this herd. Thank you again for your help. I can't abide preventable deaths, but now I won't have to imagine fawns like little Mohair here getting gobbled up by a hungry wolf. As safe as anything that lives in the wild can be. Mohair and I will come check on the herd every now and then to see how they're getting along. Plant a few more berries if necessary. No. The fawns and wolves need some time to settle in. If we stayed and observed, then I'd be more likely to intervene too early. We'll stay in the area, but I won't check on the herd for a while. Mohair will let me know if something goes wrong. He let me know when the herd was frightened of the wolves. I don't know if he caught a scent or if he heard the fawns call from far away. Fawns are miraculous creatures. Did you know they have magic? I learn something new about them every day. Right, Mohair. Want to say goodbye to the herd before we leave? I keep hoping he'll rejoin a herd, but he always comes back to me.
I'm turning into a tree. A tree, Octon!
At least your bark is beautiful. I got turned into a floaty orb thing.
You know, it'd be a lot easier to translate this tablet if I had some quiet.
See this? I'm covered in bark. I'm turning into a tree. Druid Fennis is doing his best to determine the nature of the curse, but we're going to need more help. I'd give everything we ever stole to fix this. My cousin, Octon, over there, that's how this happened. We went to procure equipment from Fawn's Thicket. Octon picked up a stone tablet, but he's as graceful as a drunk sow when he's figuring out our profits. He dropped it and poof! Look at him! We have to break the curse. Druid Fennis is trying to figure out what that entails, but he can't do it alone. I'm covered in bark, and Octon's got no body. We could really use some help. Don't make me beg. Please. You're willing to help? That's perfect! I'm not really sure about Druid Fennis, and Octon usually handles the logistics. I was worried I was going to have to rely on myself, and that never turns out well. Talk to the Druid, see if he has any ideas. Octon's always been the thinker. I'm the impulsive one, so when the tablet broke and Octon disappeared into a ball of energy, I thought he got vaporized. I went to pick up the broken pieces of stone before I even realized what I was doing. I started to turn into a tree and I panicked. I suppose Octon took the brunt of the curse since he transformed immediately. I'm changing slowly. Maybe that means the tablet blames me more. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't stop Ogden from breaking it, or that we procured it without asking permission. I don't know how any druid magic works. That's why we asked Fennis to help. He's a druid. He knows about this stuff. He grumbled something about his responsibilities as a Stone Lord druid. If you ask me, I think he's hoping to convince us to give back all the equipment we took. Procured. He probably knows the druid it belongs to. But she left it to rot. No idea. Seems fairly irresponsible to me. Anyone could just pick it up, break it, and get cursed. Maybe she wanted to keep people like Ogden and me from stealing her research? Druid Fennis said he might be able to help, so we're letting him. This adventurer agreed to help us. Does that help solve our problem?
An adventurer, eh? That explains the boots.
An adventurer? Come here, I'll tell you how to help. It's good of you to offer to help, outsider. Fire and foliage, that's the key to reversing the curse. If we repair what's broken, then the curse will be lifted. At least, that's what I can make out from the text carved into this stone. Heat to prepare the sap, and sap to bind the stone. The inscription mentions those two ingredients at length. I'll send Jocelyn to an area outside of Embervine. The lava pools there create fire shards, rocks that retain extreme heat. Meet Jocelyn near Embervine. I'll give her a spell to retrieve a fire shard, but she shouldn't touch them herself. Even with the spell, she's too flammable in her current state. After that, meet Ogden near the sacred tree to the north to get the sap. I need to continue to work on the translation. There's something about this text. A word I can't translate. From the way the sentence lines up, it's nothing good. This curse is already potent enough. I'm worried about what else it might do. I hoped that this would be simple, but no. The writing is complex and made all the harder to translate because of the broken stone. Find Jocelyn by the lava pools to the east, near Embervine. Then go north to meet Ogden by the sea. It's in an obscure druidic script. Luckily, I've made a study of such writing. This one, however, is different. I have no idea what it was doing with Druid Modena's things. It would be a lot easier if they hadn't cracked the tablet, I assure you. An elder in the Stone Lore Circle. She used to study the fauns, but one day she decided she was finished, left all her equipment behind. These two tried to help themselves to it, and look what happened. But I'll figure out how to break this curse.
familiar, Kiko? Is this the treasure your master hid away all those years ago? Well, is that what I think it is? That's really it, isn't it? Just like the legend said. I can't believe it. Well, that's it. I owe you a drink at the very least. Don't think I've forgotten that. I'm a pirate, but I'm not the type to go back on my word. I just need to secure some funds. That's all. Maybe Kiko can help with that. You hold on to the Gloom Lantern for now, and meet me at the tavern in Vastir.
Before you fall over.
Don't you try to take me back inside. Rather stretch out here on the grass than get tossed.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first. What kind of trouble do you think we can get up to here?
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Morna? Over here. Queen Maria stayed. Before we conclude our business.
Here it's melody, Vastir, Vastir, city with a
the Gloom Lantern, to adventure, to letting no good loot go unplundered. Now, let's get down to business. Now this is the pirate's life I've always wanted. Freedom, drinks, and good company, and clear horizons. And I suppose you have my plunder? Tava's red feathers. I can't believe it. Not only is the treasure real, but Kiko and I actually put our brains together and finished what we set out to do. Of course, we couldn't have done it without you. Here's your reward, as promised, mate. I sort of thought Kiko would flap off after we found the treasure, but it looks like he's sticking with me. Just as well. Seems like things took a turn for the better once it was just the two of us. Besides finishing this drink? Not a clue, my friend. Just spent the last of my ill-gotten gold, so securing a vessel would be our first point of order. And we may have to get creative with how we do that. You know, if it was us that got killed instead of them, they wouldn't have batted an eye, would they have, Kiko? Revenge can find me if it wants to. The only thing I'm looking for now is a ship. Really? I appreciate the lead. First mate! That'd be quite the step up. You hear that, Kiko? We'll make our names as honest pirates after all. We'll find a ship that deserves us. Then use the Gloom Lantern to pirate and plunder to our heart's content. It's the life I've always dreamed of. Maybe we'll see you out there on the high seas. We'll see you, but you won't see us. Cheers, mate!
We're gonna need more than a little heat to sear something that's born in a volcano. So... you've reached... Just in time, my friend. This nose of mine has yet to lead me astray, and I could smell those peppers and that smoldering cut of meat drifting in on the wind. Did you manage to get the brandy too? Oh, Set's tears! My eyes are already watering. I hope you're ready for a fiery demonstration, friend. It's about to get hotter than the Alakir during sun's height. Step back and watch me pave Galen's streets with flavor. First, we'll get a nice sear on this steak. Smell that? That's sulfur, folks! And now we'll deglaze with the brandy. Oh! Watch those fumes! And now, we'll toss our blistered peppers to infuse some heat. And look out! Well, not what I expected. But at least it was a good show.
What a lovely little island this is. The air is almost dewy. Quite different from the sands that I'm used to. Ain't that right, Unu? Ah, yes. This dragon frog is my boon companion. We've been together since he was barely a ember-breathing froglet. What's this? About my Unu? Ah, not a chance. For the rest of my time on Galen, Unu won't leave my side. Perhaps I'll carry him on my head. Or in my pocket. No. These britches would burn too easily. You have our thanks. Here, take this. My Unu is safe and well, thanks to you. I almost wish they had gotten their grubby hands on him. Unu would have left some nasty burns to mark this discretion. I'm the only one he doesn't spit flames at, you see. What a sight that would have been. We'll continue our respite until we're called back to our duties in Hammerfell. Worry not. I won't let Unu out of my sight so long as we remain here. I've come to quite like this island, and Unu seems fond of the taste of saltwater. He may not look it, but Unu is a key component to our business endeavors. None would dare pull one over on me with the looming threat of third-degree burns nipping at their heels. And well, it doesn't hurt that he's quite adorable. I have my suspicions. Unu and his kind are native to Hammerfell. He may be the first dragon frog to set foot on Galen. And I mean, look at him. It's no surprise that he's caught an envious eye or two. I could put him in a carrier cage, though I can't imagine he'd enjoy that. Perhaps I should enroll him in a training program. Ensure that he'll be prepared in an emergency situation. A program led by me, of course. What do you think, Unu?
Am I in trouble?
Smells like
Well
trouble in
done,
here.
Five Claw.
I love it!
Let's hunker down and see what we can see.
you damnable pirate. We need to talk.
Are we going to discuss how your thugs lost track of the cat? I may need to cut you out, Grandfatch. In more ways than one.
Let's get in there. What? Ronia?
Damned cat.
Intruders! Guards! To me!
This one will grab some documents. Make tracks, Five Claw. Things have taken a turn, Five Claw. Of all the places this search could have led us, Raz did not think it would be to a dead eye of the Queen. Not to Ronia. It seems that way. This one supposes he should not be surprised. A spy faking their own death happens more often than you may think. But why? What of the treasure, this Red Blade persona? Raz smells a rotten tail lurking beneath his whiskers. No, not a bit. Ronia, Red Blade, whatever she calls herself now. Her goal is still the same. To find the bequest, form a pirate fleet, and plunder the ports of Tamriel. We have to stop her from finding the treasure. Ah, but during our daring escape, Raz helped himself to a few letters. It seems our friend was a prodigious scrivener. The letters may have the answers we seek. Raz thinks Eve regrets going into business with Red Blade. Seems the crime boss has connections all around the region. Raz will pass this along when we are done here. Hold your paws. Based on this, Red Blade is at a dig site on the coast, somewhere near Fawn's Thicket. Back into the fray then. Raz will meet you at Fawn's Thicket, Five Claw.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornard going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these problems on hand.
That's not entirely true. There are those incidents with the Ascendant.
We tap our toes along the streets, and we never think to fear. A dance is always welcome.
Glad you made it, Five Claw. Ross thinks we should split up. The letters mentioned water, so let's head for the far side of the thicket. See you there. This must be it. Let's get inside.
We're the best!
Ronia must be here somewhere. And likely she's not alone. Time to put on our serious faces, my friend.
Don't underestimate.
Look at that ship! It must be the vessel that carried the Aquilarius bequest years ago! We need a plan, Five Claw. Luckily, Roz came with one prepared. We must get dramatic. We collapse the cavern, bury the ship, and deny the world the Aquilarius bequest. There's enough stone in this cavern to ensure this treasure is never, ever found. What do you think? Eve didn't exactly impress Raz with the quality of his operation. Who knows how many people are aware of this place? And if the Covenant, the Pact, or even the Dominion found out, Galen could become a new front in the Three Banners War. Raz hung back in Vastir to get these. Some alchemical charges. He had them made specially by a Vindusk Ranger for an operation that never happened. Look for the pillars holding up the ceiling. Place one on each, and when we're ready, boom! Raz will place the charges this way. You follow the path and place the others. Good luck.
quest belongs to Captain Redblade.
You are! Move your paws and let's get out of here! It's done, Five Claw. Whew. The Aquilarios bequest is buried for good. And you saw to it that Ronia, that Red Blade, won't be sailing the Abyssion ever again. Raz could use a break. First, Raz will sleep for a week. Then he will report to the Queen. This one thinks he may just leave Ronia's name out of his report. But you, Five Claw, are someone worth mentioning. Here, as promised, your reward. Moons keep you safe. Who knows? Perhaps Raz will meet a nice druid boy while he is here. This one likes plants as much as the next Khajiit. Galen really is quite beautiful, yes? Of course, of course. You would think Raz was going to curl up and fall asleep right here at your feet. Huh. Actually, that is not a bad idea. Do not tell anyone. But we are planning a huge mission. The most essential ingredient? Kumquats. From the Gold Coast. Shh! Tell no one.
storms have mercy. The moats are even thicker now. Druid Senna saw the moat cloud form? It's like nothing I've encountered.
How do you keep getting stronger? It's amazing! Tell me the secret.
Guidir, Vitach, they're all dead. Gwenail, she's not here. That's some small relief. We've found some troubling things outside her. We found the last notes of Druid Senna and a group of dead Eldertide. But my Gwenail is still among the missing. What do you think, outsider? What do your non-Druid senses tell you? Yes, the Chronicle grows plants called musemouths, which release a small amount of spirit motes when we commune with it. The motes show us the stories. They've never threatened or harmed us before, and they never appeared as great clouds either. Other than the thick concentration, I'm not sure. Druid Senna mentioned that the fire song caught in the fog lowered their weapons and then marched off as if in a trance. This is very strange. No, but the others all lived in our community. And from the looks of it, they were killed by the Fire Song attackers. They must have been surprised. There are no Fire Song druids among the dead. But there's also no sign of my wife. Not finding my wife could mean anything. All we know is that she's not here. She could be anywhere. But yes, let's go check the waterfalls to the north. That's where Druid Senna's note said the Fire Song druids went after the spirit motes descended. The waterfalls? I'd rather not discuss the waterfalls. That area is very private, not a place for those outside our circle. Still, if that's where the Fire Song druid went, we need to check. There were a lot of them in the raiding party. They must be somewhere. Come on. The waterfall's on the north wall of the valley. Let's keep looking. Spirit motes surround that Fire Song druid.
Get it out!
Talk to her, outsider. This won't hold her long.
Must go. Join. It calls me. The spirit of the path. It calls to us. We must go. Defend it. Protect it. Attacked. Frightened. It needs us. It must be defended. Defend! Defend!
Wait! Not in there! Right. Over here, outsider. It appears that the spirit motes do more than just tell us stories, outsider. That fire song druid's mind was clearly being influenced, if not outright controlled. But why is the Chronicle doing this? It never exhibited hostile behavior before. The blessing I bestowed upon us before we set out must be keeping the motes at bay. Given the power we just saw, I'm not sure how much longer that protection will last. I suppose you'll need to accompany me into the tunnels. It is a sacred place, outsider. The tunnels lead to ritual chambers, the Muse-Mouth plants, and to the spirit of the path, the Chronicle. Hopefully, my Gwenair is also somewhere inside. Look, on that platform. What's a forest doing here? A muse mouth. It has a story to tell us, outsider. I can sense it. Examine the plant. My gift to you.
Tell us how to access the Chronicle, or this is your fate.
No! How could you?
Gwinnell. And the Chronicle. Did you see it too? The spirit is trying to tell us something. Ifray's bones. What happened to the Chronicle? Outsider, this is the Chronicle, the spirit we commune with. But it's grown dark. Can you feel the anger radiating from it? The sadness? I don't like the looks of this. The Chronicle's always been more emotional than other nature spirits. It comprehends the experience of mortals and feels our emotions vicariously through the stories it shares. I've felt its calm, its joy, and even its grief. But this... Perhaps. But there's a depth to this emotion I've never felt before. It unnerves me. Let's hurry. My Gwinnell is in here somewhere, and my fear for her safety grows with every passing moment. The door is just over there. Another muse-mouth plant. I sense the Chronicle has more to show us.
You refuse to give us Ifray's gift? Very well. We will just kill you and take the Chronicle.
We can't just give you the Chronicle. The spirit is bound to this sacred place.
Then we'll cut the Chronicle from the roots and... What's happening?
Spirit motes.
Spirit motes saved Gwinnell? But why do the Fire Song want the Chronicle? The Chronicle blessed us with another vision. We saw the Fire Song attack Eldertide, threaten us to gain possession of the Chronicle. All this bloodshed. That could explain why the spirit feels so guilty. But the motes, it saved Gwinnell. Nature spirits, especially ones as strong as the Chronicle, are known among the circles. While the Fire Song rarely leave Ifalon, they've always been aware of our spirit. Some even traveled here to partake of its stories. Obviously, the Chronicle is capable of more than we ever gave it credit for. Recording and showing recent events, influencing the minds of people and animals. But why druids would want access to that kind of power, I can barely speculate. spirit motes are thick here, but I have an idea. Such a high concentration of spirit motes is dangerous. The blessing won't protect us from this. Worse, vines seal the doors beyond. I think I have an idea, though. The muse-mouth plants in the room ahead are bloated, spewing out huge clouds of spirit motes. I can remove the vines that block the door, but I'm too old to withstand the motes in such concentrations. Luckily, I have a few vials of Ifre's rain. Purified water from a sacred waterfall. Gwinnell uses it to awaken those who sometimes get lost in the visions. The water causes muse-mouth plants to shrink and close up for a time. Even ones bloated as much as these should react the same way. I knew it would. I'll clear the vines. What's happening over there? Those druids. They're transforming into forest wraiths. How is that? Gwinnell. No, not you, please. Gwen. A forest wraith. No! My Gwinnell, my guiding light. We were so close to reaching her, and she slipped through my fingers. The spirit turned her into a forest wraith. Legends tell us that the Green and its spirits can summon forest wraiths to protect themselves. The Chronicle felt threatened, so it did the same. I'm not sure if this is how all forest wraiths are created, but we saw what the Chronicle did. Possibly. The Chronicle transformed Gwinnell into one of those things. It should be able to turn her back and return her to me. I know I've asked a lot of you, but please, come with me. We need to talk to the Chronicle. Convince it to release her. All right, outsider. Let's go find my Gwinnell and convince the Chronicle to transform her back into my beloved. The newly created wraiths went farther into the tunnels. We keep moving, and I'm sure we'll meet up with them shortly. As for recognizing my wife, she may be a creature of darkness now, but I know I'll be able to identify her when I see her. More bloated muse mouths? Use Ifre's rain on these as well.
Waiting to try the spell out.
This way. I'll deal with the door.
Outsider, the Chronicle won't talk to me. You must convince it to let us go.
Druids attacked! Why spill blood on holy ground? Afraid, confused. Actions come as waves crashing against the shore. Story unclear. Tell again. Druids of the path attacked. Killed. Chronicle shocked. Angry. Spirit motes released. Cannot hold back the wind. Created wraiths to defend the path. Lost control. Cannot stop. Sorry. So sorry. Roots corrupted by blood. Anger. Bindings tainted. Spirit unwell. The Chronicle must end. Use Ifray's rain on roots. Break bindings. Cleanse corruption. End the story. It is the only way. Pour the sacred water. Close the current book. End the anger, the sorrow, the mistakes. This is what the Chronicle wants. What the story needs. Please.
Please, Gwen. I know you're in there. Just hold on.
To close. Pour the remaining water on the spirit orb.
Gwenelle, you're back.
Petov? What happened?
Everything is fine, Gwenelle. Outsider, come. We owe you so much. I can hardly believe my eyes. My Gwenelle, as radiant as the day I first set eyes upon her. I thought I lost her. But the Chronicle, the spirit of the path, what a terrible price to pay to set things right. You did what it asked of you, what you had to do, but don't despair. I felt its anger slip away. Its intentions were pure, Outsider. Things just got out of hand. It was the actions of the fire song that tainted the spirit, corrupted it. It used its motes to try to stop the fire song, created the wraiths to protect our home. But it knew it went too far. Like a bee whose sting causes its own death. It reacted in desperation. I hope it finds peace now, back in the green. Yes, Gwen is strong. She'll recover quickly. But she would have been lost to me without your help. Please, accept this. You ended a great danger and rescued my Gwenelle from a terrible fate. I just wish the Chronicle was still with us. We may have lost the Chronicle, but my Gwenelle is safe. And all because Ifray chose to send me an outsider. Life is strange, my friend. We'll rebuild. Ask more Eldertide to join us. For too long, we've relied on the Chronicle to show us our past, to tell us our stories. It's time for us to take responsibility for our own memories, I think. It will be, once the spirit motes disperse and the remaining Firesong are driven off. Without a spirit, Gwen and I will become the chroniclers. We'll remember and record our stories and our history. Share it with all who wish to hear.
Did all that really happen? The Firesong, the forest wraiths.
The Chronicle saved you, in its own way.
It was angry. That much I remember. The bloodshed. Our friends.
We'll grieve for them, and for the Chronicle. We lost a lot this day.
The Chronicle is really gone?
Its final act was to release you, dear Gwen.
What now, husband?
Now, we thank Ifre and tell our own stories.
You going to enchant something with that? Can I watch?
Isn't this place wondrous? I'm positively enchanted by the primitive styles of the architecture. What could it all mean?
You, over here! These brigands are becoming a real problem. Best to take it by surprise. See if you can get behind this one and kick it in.
What'd you get?
You, over here! These brigands are becoming a real problem. Best to take him by surprise. See if you can get behind this one and kick it in. Go on, give it a good kick. Burn. Burn, you bastard! Thank you, my friend. Wait.
This
was
is
that?
so much better than reading. Doing something with magic-y? Street urchin golden rule. Never pass up an unattended bag. Anything valuable in there?
I saw the first crystal to the southeast. And animals, and druids somewhere. Let's just hurry. crystal. Oh, the fissure grew. Ugh, let's talk. I'm a surveyor, not a mage or an adventurer or even a brave farmer. But I still know magic when I see it. So, when a glowing crystal mysteriously floats above a rapidly growing lava flow, there must be a connection. Right. All I need is for this cave not to fill up with lava. At least not until I finish my survey. What happens after that, I don't care. When the druids chased me, I saw at least 3 more crystals on my way back out. We should get rid of them. That's what I hired you for, to figure out these kinds of things. Maybe if you tried smashing it? Breaking stuff always fixes something, at least in my experience. I never thought I'd need to understand magic. Basic tools like a pick and a shovel, that's all I needed to know. Now here I am making guesses about the purpose of glowing druid crystals. Smash all of them so I can get back to work. Well, not all of them, but the crystals do seem to be related to the lava. In my field, cause and effect is easy to spot. Hit the rock with a pickaxe, uncover a vein of ore. Same here, right? Smash a floating druid crystal, disrupt the druid magic. I hope that fissure calms down. Let's go. That volcanic activity is concerning. I'll have to keep an eye on it. with that rock? Let's find another one. Larger than the others. We need to find it.
I survived a frog's belly. You seek a fight? Then come, interloper! I'll throw your corpse in the lava!
Well done. Let's get out of here so we can conclude our business arrangement. think I owe you, friend. Let's talk. Your job performance was spotless. Must have been my inspirational supervisory skills. Once the lava recedes, I can complete my contract and get paid. Then my employer can get paid. Then her employer gets paid. A very sensible system. Yes, but that's beyond the scope of my original contract. I hate it when the client defines the job one way, then the whole thing takes a left turn. Typical. Perhaps I'll add a life-threatening danger clause to future contracts. I should think so. There are still a few druids hanging around, but I don't think they have any more of those strange crystals. Then I can get paid. Speaking of which, here's your compensation. I appreciate hard work at a reasonable price. I have some inspections to make, measurements and samples to take, but I'm certain that from what little I've already seen, House Bernard will be quite happy with my report. I just need to gather all my tools. Yes, so I better get started. Luckily, I made some notes while we were hunting for those crystals. I know right where to go to get the results that will please House Bernard. Oh, that doesn't matter. As long as I bring them proof that it's worth their effort to establish a new mine, then everyone will be happy. And then maybe next time, House Bernard will hire me directly instead of going through agents and brokers.
Over here! Let's talk about getting a fire shard. You were amazing! My ideas rarely work out for the best, but I can tell that getting you involved was one of my better ones. That's a fire shard out there, just what Druid Fennis wants. But you'll need to get it, unless you want me to go up like kindling. With the freezing spell the Druid gave me, be careful, there's just the one. Look, I'm not getting close to the lava, not like this. So you take the spell, it will cool down the fire shard without extinguishing it. Make it safe to carry, for a while. I'm not a druid. How should I know how long the stupid spell will last? Just be quick and everything should be fine. I'll wait right here. You did it! Now grab the shard and get back here. I saw how you cast that spell. You're a natural. How's the fire shard? Not too hot, I hope? No, you're not screaming or bursting into flames or anything. The druid spell worked, just like he promised it would. Next, I head back to the druid and Fawn's thicket while you go north and meet Ogden. He can point out the sacred tree where you need to gather the sap from. The druid told him, or maybe he could sense it with his new glowing ball of light abilities. I don't know. All I know is you should hurry to the north and find him. He shouldn't be left alone for too long. Ogden's usually really level-headed and focused. You may not believe it, but he's the brains behind all our exploits. Something happened to him, though. More than becoming a sprite. It's like he can't think straight for more than a few moments. Just what I said. Whatever happened to his mind when the curse started, it's getting worse. Right now, I'm worried he couldn't remember his own name if his life depended on it. I miss my cousin.
Let's do this!
Said to follow the stream. Or was it the trees? Well, I followed something and I spotted you, so this must be the right spot. I think. I hope. How are you? Sure! I mean, I think so. The trees all look the same, so the sap must be the same too, right? Try that one over there. With those fancy hands of yours, it should be easy to acquire. At least if the forest wraiths don't try to kill you. Forest wraiths? Where? No, I'm not floating a lichen's width farther. You can fight those horrible forest spirits on your own. You've still got all your limbs after all. The sap tree is just over there in that cave. Don't get squashed like a bug.
I'm gonna show off a little.
Again. How do I do that, I wonder? See you, I mean. Oh, wait, sap! You were looking for sap! Did you find any? What makes sap sacred, I wonder? Druids are so funny. Oh no! Jocelyn! I just remembered, she's turning into a tree! We need to get back to Druid Finis. He's going to save her. And maybe me! Druid Finis? He's not here. He's back at Fawn's Thicket. But how come the tree didn't curse you? If I took some sap, it would have blasted me 6 ways to Sundas. Sundas? Is it Sundas already? I thought it was still mid-year. Confused? Not that I'm aware of. Oh, you mean the forgetting and the rambling and the weird dreams. I have become a glowing ball of light, you know. This could be perfectly natural for someone in my condition. I deserve it. It's my fault after all. I dropped the tablet, slipped right through the fingers I no longer have. I broke it. And if Jocelyn hadn't tried to help me, I'd be the only one cursed. But maybe Druid Finis will save us. Druid Finis, and you. Let's head back to Fawn's Thicket.
Nice find. I'm like a good luck charm, aren't I? Let's ride. Yeah.
Let Bernard's knights come. We'll broil them in their armor.
You want to do what? No, think it through. Flammable tree bark over here.
Ah, the adventurer returns. Bring me the fire song.
I think I'm finally mastering this floating thing. I can mostly go where I want now. Except when the wind blows. Still need to get the hang of dealing with a strong breeze. Oh, hi! What were we talking about? On a sprite? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's not as bad as I imagined. It feels like a great weight has been lifted off of me. But that could just be that I'm so much lighter now. No flesh or bones, see? But poor Jocelyn. She looks awfully sad. Jocelyn has never been fond of nature. She prefers the indoors to outside. Hates the bugs and the dirt and the weather. I wonder if we could plant her in a building. That might make this more bearable for her. If we can't break the curse, that is.
I hope Druid Venice knows what he's doing. Just be careful of that fire shard. I've seen what a single spark can do to a forest, and I have no desire to become a bonfire. Damn it all, I don't want to be a tree! What's it feel like? Like I'm turning into a tree! My bones are stretching. My skin has turned to bark. My feet are growing roots. If I stand still too long, I'm afraid I'm going to become planted. The druid has to break the curse. He has to! Octon's a ball of light. How do you expect he's doing? He's getting more confused with every passing moment. I suppose I'd find it hard to think if all I had for a head was a pulsating sparkle. Hey, could we get on with the curse breaking now?
You gathered the fire shard and the sap from a sacred tree. Very good. Now we have what we need to perform the ritual. We just need to find the right spot to perform the ritual. And I'll need your assistance. These two are in no shape to help. Not far. I'll show you. We need to go to the spot where they found the tablet. Once we return it, we can set about restoring it. The ritual won't be easy. Nothing about curses ever is. Just one more detail, and we can get on with this. The items for the ritual. Give them to me. Then I need you to go on ahead and clear a safe path to the spot I marked on your map. I'll follow with Jocelyn and Octon when the way is clear and prepare the site for the ritual.
Octon, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. It's just... I'm scared.
Don't worry, Jocelyn. I literally forgot all about it until you just mentioned it.
Stop ignoring us, Venice. We want to help.
What are we doing out here again?
This is where Octon found and broke the tablet. We'll perform the ritual here. Let me see. Fire shards, sap, and tablet pieces. Everything's in order. Oh yes, I almost forgot about the warning. Druid decorum requires that I fully disclose the potential dangers, no matter how unlikely, to any non-druids taking part in a complex and somewhat lethal ritual. So you must do exactly as I say. One wrong move and we could be afflicted with the same curse that has befallen Jocelyn and Octon. The odds of that happening are infinitesimal, but I feel obliged to warn you just the same. Now, are you ready to begin? Start by setting the fire shard ablaze. Good. Now, heat the sap. Now the most important step. Apply the heated sap to the broken tablet. Follow my instructions precisely. You need to ignite the fire shard. Heat... Well done, my... Wait. Why haven't they turned back? You performed the ritual perfectly. The curse should have been lifted. Jocelyn and Octon should be back to their old selves by now. Unless... Oh no. The word I was having trouble translating. I know what it means now. The tablet. The part I couldn't translate. Now that the tablet is whole, I see it. In fire and foliage born, what is broken, only one to restore. It rhymes better in Odritic. Don't you see? We can lift the curse, but only for one of them. I leave that to you. I must keep the power of the ritual flowing until a choice is made. Talk to both of them, then decide. Will we restore Jocelyn or Octon to their original forms?
What did the druid say? Only one of us can be saved? Why is this happening to us? We were just trying to earn a living. That's so unfair. I don't want to be a tree. Well, if only one of us can have our life back, I want you to choose Octon. He's too smart to let his mind turn to mush or light or whatever. Just don't tell him I'm scared. If you must, but don't let him sway you. I want Octon.
Hi, good to see you again. Why does Jocelyn look so glum? Oh, wait a moment. I remember. The ritual. Something went wrong, didn't it? I knew we wouldn't get out of this that easily. Only one? One what? Oh, that's not fair. I'm pretty sure neither of us wants to stay cursed. Well, if you can only choose one, you have to choose Jocelyn. She doesn't deserve to suffer because I made a mistake. Besides, this isn't so bad. Please, you have to save Jocelyn too.
I cannot. The ritual has run its course.
I have arms and legs again. And feet! Oh, how I missed my fingers and toes. But what about Jocelyn? She was standing right over there where that tree is, but now she's gone. I don't understand. Is the curse over? What? I told you to choose Jocelyn. You let her become a tree? It's... No. Forgive me, friend. You did what you had to do. I'll make sure Jocelyn has a good life as a tree. And this is for you. Jocelyn will drop fruit on me if I didn't pay our debts. Hi! Good to see you! Oops, sorry. Still getting used to being back in my own head. I appreciate everything you did for us. And don't worry, I'll find a way to restore my cousin. I'm sure Druid Fennis will help. Jocelyn will be her old self in no time. Why not? We restored me. And I'll make it up to Druid Fennis. Give back everything we procured and make amends. He has to help me lift the curse from Jocelyn if I do all that, right? Thanks. In the meantime, I'll get Druid Fennis to show me how to care for Jocelyn. Prune her leaves, water her roots, whatever a tree needs to stay healthy and happy. Things will work out. I just know they will. Jocelyn, don't worry, cousin. I'll find a way to fix things.
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Theta. But the Stone Lord can fend for themselves.
Ah, here's our mate now.
Well met, friend. Dulef tells me you handled yourself well at Windrak Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Reval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa. I may be the son of Count Mornard, but I studied for years with the Stonelore Circle. I hold druid beliefs in high regard. In fact, I share many of them, which is unusual for those not dedicated to their ranks. In return, the druids trust me. Like most nobles, my father pays little attention to the druids. When he must speak with the circles, he summons emissaries to Vestir. The Dreyfa is a meeting of druid leaders. Outsiders are rarely permitted, but they consider me almost a druid. The Eldertide Circle has no love of outsiders. If they had their way, we'd get back into our ships and return to High Rock. The Circle here on Galen is more forgiving than the Eldertide on High Isle, but they still don't fully trust us. Yes, I'm aware. Probably has more to do with how developed High Isle has become as compared to Galen. Here, we mainly stick to our corner of the island and give the druids free reign over the rest of it. The Stonelore are content to live alongside people who don't share their beliefs. They hope to set an example for others to follow, but they make no demands. As for the Firesong, they're reclusive. They usually stick to their isle and ignore us. My father's knights protect the city, and the harbor is well fortified. Besides, I think you chased away the Dreadsails for now. Our scouts report they're nowhere to be seen. But if you're concerned for my safety, don't be. I can fend for myself.
Plenty of custom. Oh, hello again. What brings you to the Vine District? I hoped to see you again, my friend. But I need to prepare for the Dreyfa. The Elders really must deal with the strife that has come between the circles. You know, that's not a bad idea. Few outsiders are permitted to attend the council meetings. but you can attest to what we saw at Tuin. The Fire Song Circle is willing to use force to gather the 3 sacred seeds. And that's just wrong. The last Druid King gave 1 seed to each circle long ago. He also gave us a prophecy, the Dream of Kasserine. Some druids consider it a warning, but Archdruid Orlaith and others believe it's a call to action. Meet me at the Telling Stone, the landmark near the center of the island. It would be easier to simply show you the prophecy, and it's close to Dreyfadel. Besides, Free might be there. They will want to see you again.
Supplying.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every
Is
day.
built in harmony.
When
with
is House
Ifre's
Mornar
creation.
going to do something?
You know, the House Report never has these problems on hand. Not entirely true. There are those incidents where Thea stands in order.
Don't mess with a street pit. Watching you harvest is exciting. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that.
Darkness stirs. Roots tremble. Druids gather. I am the nourisher. The sower. Needed?
I don't think that's wise, Free. I don't trust the Fire Song.
Fire song. Pulsing, ripping, torn free from the ground. Blood in leaves. A memory. You. There when blood soaked the leaves. When eyes opened and roots awoke. Defender. You feel it. Yes? Unrest in the soil. Wrongness. A song of hate blows through the branches. Harm drips like sap. It soaks the ground. Awaken to fire. Tremors. Volcano. Deadwood. Blood in the shadows. I am troubled. Rock. Root. Leaf. Brook. All dreams of the green. My kin. Spirits given form. We are. Purpose. Meaning. Now, a new purpose grows. Unwelcome change. King Kasserine called me from the green. A choice to be made. A moment. Waiting. Needed. My purpose is to be. Wait. Listen. Roots must find water before they drink.
Welcome to the Telling Stone, my friend. These runes tell the prophecy we call the Dream of Kasserine. Almost nothing survives from the time of the Druid King, but we have this, and now free as well. You saw what Archdruid Michiel did to the Weirds. Druids who are ready to hurt others like that shouldn't get what they want. So I've been keeping Free safe, and helping them learn about people. They grow more every day. It's incredible. I probably know more about the Druid King than any other druid alive, but so much remains a mystery. The Dream of Kasserine describes a mountain shaking and a sower awakening. I think it's talking about Mount Firesong and Free. So much has been lost, so I can only guess. Maybe Archdruid Orlaith believes the seeds must be united to make the prophecy come true? Until they end their violent ways, though, I plan to keep Free a secret. Let's go see what happens at the Dreyfa. The Dreyfa will begin soon. 3 Archdruids from each circle meet in a dell within the hills across the valley just to the south of here. We should make our way there. I don't want to miss anything. Someday a new Druid King will appear to take the Ivy Throne. Kasserine led our withdrawal from the mainland, but he also saw a day when Druids would once again take their place in Tamriel, for good or ill. The dream is a promise and a warning. Some Druids believe we're destined to bring a green renewal to Tamriel, to teach everyone to live in harmony with nature. Others fear a green scourge, when nature runs amok, and the tyranny of Druids takes hold. I think the dream is a metaphor. Kasserine was reminding us of where we came from. The day he describes will never come, but we should lead our lives as if it's close at hand. Make the right choices, do the right things. That's how I see it. Hard to say. So much is open to interpretation. I think it warns of a usurper who claims the kingship by force and treachery. It may be related to the end of Kasserine's rule. I found one reference to an all-weather death cult active at that time. Kasserine was the last of the Druid Kings. In an age long past, he led our people from High Rock to Galen. They hoped to find a land where Druids could live in peace and follow Ifre's teachings as they understood them. He chose no successor before he died. Instead, Kasserine recognized the 3 circles and told them to govern themselves, together, in peace. And so the Dreyfa, the Council of Druids, came into existence. The Dreyfa has guided us ever since. Someday a new Druid King...
The day is upon us. The Dreyfa must crown a new Druid king. Perhaps. But you have no right to claim the sacred seeds by force. You hide your seeds and keep the sower of Cassarain's dream for yourself. You declare this war, not the Fire Song.
No Druid King can be crowned until the Circles are united. The Telling Stone is quite clear.
This Dreyfa is a sham. If I must burn away the old to reveal the new, so be it!
She's getting away!
Laurel, wait! I'll go after her. Fred, protect the remaining Archdruids. Teach these sea snakes a lesson, mate. Have you Ramal and Elec safe?
Trying to keep moving.
Thank you, Mainlander. Now, go help Laurel and Stefan.
Go on! I'll keep watch here.
Mainlanders should not meddle in Druid affairs.
Prepare to meet death, outsider.
Or his son's life is forfeit.
Answer for this outrage.
She has young Stefan. We must tread carefully, yet, thanks to this Mainlander, we still live.
We must inform Count Mornard. I won't tell Archdruids what to do, but you're welcome in Vestir.
Orlaith was going to take me, but Stefan intervened. He put himself in danger to save me and protect my circle. We need to tell Count Mornard what happened, and then we have to help Stefan. Archdruid Orlaith never intended the Dreyfa to judge her actions. Root and rot. She only agreed to come so she could have the Dreadsails kill the Archdruids. She meant to leave the Stone Lore and the Eldertide crippled and without their leaders. So I see. Thank you. That was more good than I could do. I chased after Orlaith and ran directly into her hands. Worse yet, I brought Stefan right to her. Now the Firesong Circle has a hostage. I don't know, but Count Mornard will be furious. Archdruid Orlaith might demand the sacred seeds in exchange for Stefan. Or she could make House Mornard stand down until her allies collect the seeds for her. This is bad.
do try to practice my meditation from time to time. Helps keep
These sea
scary
elf
thoughts
pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornar going to do so?
You know, the House Report never has these problems on hand.
It's not entirely true.
I can't believe the Fire Song betrayed us. Attacking the Dreyfa. How will that bring the circles together?
The Fire Song will answer for this crime, Galvin. By House Mornard's honor, this I so swear.
I don't want vengeance, Feda. I don't want more death. I just want my friends back.
And now my son is in their clutches? We should have left these foolish druids to their squabbles.
Ignoring someone doesn't mean they'll ignore you. We need the Elder Tide and the Stone Lord to meet this threat and save your son.
Dulev tells me you played no small part in repelling the dread sails and foiling an attack on the Druid Council, mercenary. Has the Fire Song Circle truly made an alliance with the hated Sea Elves? All this trouble over druidic nonsense? And it led to the deaths of 4 archdruids? Unbelievable! But I wouldn't expect Sea Elf pirates to bother with an alliance that doesn't pay in plunder. What does Sea Lord Nalos get out of all this? Typical. A druid who doesn't believe in property generously giving away something that doesn't belong to her. When last I looked, I ruled Galen. Did Archdruid Orlaith say what she wants from me as a price for keeping my son alive? I had no interest in druid quarrels until she threatened my son. Bah! Stefan warned me something dangerous was afoot. I should have listened. Here. House Mornard always pays its debts. There's more to come if you continue to aid us, mercenary. I refuse to let Galen's enemies dictate my actions. Yet I dare not move directly against the Fire Song Circle or their Dreadsail's friends, as long as they're holding Stefan hostage. What say you, mercenary? Ready to earn some more House Mornard gold? I don't trust Archdruid Orlaith to spare my son, even if she gets everything she wants. I will instruct my knights to stand down. Let her think I am paralyzed by this threat. Meanwhile, we secretly work to save Stefan from the Fire Song. While Archdruid Orlaith sees my knights doing what she demanded, nothing. I want you to find Stefan and set him free. Dulev says the Stone Lore and Elder Tide Archdruids are here in the city. Get them to tell you where Stefan is being held. I'm counting on you, mercenary. Save my son, and you can name your price. Dulev says Revol and Elec are by the bridge east of Vastir. Talk to them. They know parts of Galen no one else has even seen. They must have an idea where to find Stefan. While the Fire Song call Ifilon home, I suspect Orlaith will keep him close until she acquires the seeds from the other druid circles. He could be on a Dreadsail ship, but I doubt the Fire Song would trust their allies with such precious cargo. Respect? Perhaps not. But I left them mostly alone to practice their ancient religion. My biggest problem with them, before the current crisis, was their insistence to hold on to the past. Bretons need to embrace modern ways if we're going to thrive. Yes, but we used to control so much more. My father was the Duke of the Sisters. When he supported King Rancer in his war against the High King, Emmerich took the ducal title and awarded it to House Dufort. An unjust and harsh penalty, in my opinion. A hard question, but a fair one. My house has always found it wiser to let the druids take care of their own affairs. Most of them dislike us as it is. Imagine their resentment if Mornards took sides in all their petty disputes. I blame his mother. Visel took an interest in druid teachings when she came to Galen. She shared that interest with our son. When Wiesel died, well, I could not forbid something Stefan had shared with his mother.
You can do this. You need a second wind.
No, Laurel. Archdruid Orlaith demanded the nature spirit too. You must find free and keep them safe.
But Stefan is in danger. I have to... What's that?
Mount Firesong stirs. Archdruid Orlaith and her circle ignore their duties.
First Twin, then Dreyfadel. My circle takes pride in protecting what we love. War has come to Galen, but we have few warriors left to fight it. How could Archdruid Orlaith side with those pirates against her own people? Are you suggesting that the Eldertide have anything to do with the treachery of the Firesong, outsider? One of our druids was captured in the attack on Tuin. I've had scouts searching all over for her, and they tracked the dread sails to Castle Turnier. It's a ruined keep on Galen's northwest shore. The keep is built over an old Eldertide village. A cave at the foot of the bluffs leads to the castle's dungeons. I think they're holding Druid Nerea there, as well as Sir Stefan. And I had Nerea hide our seed there before the place was seized. I am trusting you, outsider. Rescue Druid Nerea and keep the sacred seed away from Archdruid Orlaith. Accomplish this, and the Eldertide Circle will not forget it. Remember, Castle Turnier on the northwest coast. I do not know. I did not have a chance to speak with her after she returned from Castle Turnier. And then, our village was attacked. I know Nerea, though. She did as I asked. I am sure of it. The sacred seed. It's the relic they seek. I know how you helped the druids at our village. Nerea will resist, but Sea Lord Nalos will break her eventually. I would join you, Mainlander, but my injuries will only slow you down. Ages ago, a Breton coin baron decided he liked the spots. He built his keep on top of an ancient Eldertide village. My folk lacked the strength to stop him. But we never forgot the insult. A few seasons later, an Eldertide druid found the cave passage I told you about. He killed the coin baron in his bedchamber. The same thing happened to the next lord who claimed the castle. The place was eventually abandoned, and it fell into ruin.
Laurel blames herself for Stefan's capture. He is dear to her, and to me. I tutored them both when they were young. Thank you again for defending us at the Dreyfa. I just wish we'd been able to save all the Archdruids and not just Elec and I. The trust of the Eldertide isn't easy to earn. Elec would not reveal the hiding place of the seed unless he truly thought you might find Stefan in the castle. So, will you truly attempt to rescue Sir Stefan and recover the Eldertide seed? Thanks to you and Dulev, I wasn't harmed. My fellow Archdruids weren't so fortunate. Still, we moved our sacred seed to a new location, known only to a few of the Stone Lore, and I'm sending Laurel to keep Free safe. I pray it's enough. Archdruid Orlaith believes in a literal interpretation of the dream of Kasserine. She sees the signs of the season as proof that the prophecy is upon us. That's why she seeks to gather all 3 sacred seeds, and why she wants Free. Mount Firesong has certainly grown more active recently, but Free only awakened due to the actions of the Firesong. Can one force a prophecy to come to pass? Still, I have a terrible feeling that Orlaith knows something we don't. That concerns me. Mount Firesong rises above Ifilon, but its roots extend throughout the archipelago. It gives the islands their hot springs and steam vents, and usually these are curiosities, not particularly dangerous, but this recent activity is concerning. The island is sacred to all druids, but yes, the Firesong call it home. The Circle's ancient duty is to calm the spirit of the volcano when it grows restless, yet the mountain grows angrier. I wonder if the Firesong can contain it. Or want to. The volcano is erupting already. Lava vents long dormant on Galen and High Isle now flow with molten magma. The last time the volcano erupted, it caused terrible damage to the islands. Thousands of lives were lost. I pray it doesn't reach that level.
We meet again, mercenary. I expected as much. If you're about to walk up and bang on the front gate, let me stop you right here. The ruins are full of dread sails. You'll never get in that way. Sea Lord Nalos seems to be mustering his forces for something big. Sea Lord Nalos locked up 3 of my crew. I'm going to free them and kill the bastard. Unfortunately, the dread sails are here in greater numbers than I anticipated, which makes me wonder how you plan to rescue the lordling they have in there.
I saw Nalos and some Firesong druids arrive with a captive noble in Monard colors. The druids left shortly after, but their prisoner stayed behind. Now you're here. Not hard to put wind and wave together. So what's your plan? A foolhardy rescue attempt? Perfect. Just the diversion I need. That should give me the chance to find my crewmates and confront Sea Lord Nalos. Take your secret path. I'll find another way in. We'll hit them from 2 directions. If you're heading for the dungeons, I'll scale the walls while you're clattering around downstairs. Once I free my crewmates, I'll see if I can find that sea snake Nalos. You know, this might actually work. He's a traitor and a murderer. The Gilded Blades used to lead the Dreadsail's fleet. We were loyal to King Orgnum and the Piandonian Armada, but Nalos was not satisfied with that. He challenged my brother Thracer for leadership. Nalos won by using a poisoned blade. Then he promised the Dreadsails vast riches if they forswore their oaths to King Orgnum and followed him into exile. A coward and a traitor. I will see him dead at my feet. I swear it. Seen? No. But I've overheard some of the sentries talking about a druid they're holding somewhere in the castle. Maybe even the same one Nalos took from Suncleft Grotto. Aha. You think that relic he's looking for might be here too? Keep your little secrets then. I don't have any interest in druids or their sacred relics. But if I find something that belongs to them, I'll be happy to turn it over. For a suitable finder's fee, of course. Many of the crews I've seen around here are new to the Dreadsail's fleet. I think Sea Lord Nalos is hiring on every band of murderous scum with an itch for plunder he can find. I wonder what he's offering them. Pirates don't gather in massive fleets unless the Sea Lord plans to descend on a large, well-defended port. The only one on Galen is Vastir. It's just a question of when and how Nalos chooses to launch his attack.
The Elder Tide Druid broke, as I knew she would.